Hello, we're going to be talking about socks today. Stay tuned, it's going to be totally awesome. Alright, yeah, so today we're talking about socks, but more importantly, we have beer. So we got the 8 Wired Maverick American Stout. It's from Warkworth, which is my hometown, funny enough. It's pretty nice. It's quite easy drinking for a stout, so I wonder what the percentage is. It's probably quite high because it's a stout. But anyway, very nice, very chocolatey, very coffee-like. I like it. I will drink the rest of that after we talk about all of the socks. So today we're talking about hiking socks specifically, so more socks to go into like boots or like hiking shoes as opposed to like trail runners or like running shoes sort of thing. So we've got a few different brands that I've selected here. We've got Bridgedale, we've got Injinji, and we've got Smartwool. And there's a few, it's a really personal preference, but there's a few different features about them that I'll just go over. So starting with Smartwool, so as the name suggests, the wool comes from a clever sheep. It is a merino blend, so they call it their Indestructor Wool blend, which is quite a good name, I reckon. And it comes in your full cushion, which is quite squishy. I really like that for long days on trail, gives you lots of cushioning, it's really comfy. And then you got your light cushion, so oh, there's a light cushion there. So I think the light cushion is quite nice if you don't want your shoes to be like too tight, if you don't have that much space to fit your sock in your shoe. So say if you're wearing like a more of a lightweight hiking shoe or something like that, and you don't need all of that cushioning because you've got quite a soft, cushy shoe already, and you just want something light that'll dry fast, sort of thing. But yeah, they're really comfortable. I really like them. I've got a few pairs of Smartwool, and they're one of my go-to pairs of hiking socks. They also come in your classic edition, which is kind of like your old school, I don't know what you call it, corduroy style. They're a little bit like thicker, a little bit more burly. And they come in a few different colours and size options and lengths. They also come in a men's and a women's, and the women's ones are basically just a little bit lower volume because women tend to have lower volume feet. But I have some women's ones myself, and I have men's ones, and they both fit me fine. So just go with whatever works for you. Right, moving across to Injinji. So as you can see here, they have toes. So like a glove for your feet as opposed to a mitten. Gives you a little bit more kind of foot dexterity, I guess. I quite like Injinjis. I predominantly use them for running, but a lot of people do like to use them for hiking as well. So they make all of their trail socks. So again, they come in a women's and a men's. And with the Injinjis, yeah, again, it's the volume thing, but also the women's ones tend to have slightly shorter toes. So apparently that's a thing. They come in a few different sizes, and most of them are in the Coolmax, so that's quite a nice moisture wicking material, so it'll keep your feet nice and dry and breathable, so that's quite a nice summer option. They also come in the merino option, so that tends to stay a little bit warmer when it's wet especially, so that could be a nice winter option. And then you've also got a few liner options as well. So I really like to use the liner in a lot of my mountaineering boots and things like that. So I'll use the liner combined with another sock over the top because it gives you like ultimate protection and moisture wicking and all that sort of stuff. And you can also really precisely tune the fit of your boot based on the thicknesses of the socks that you're kind of playing with. So you can get like a liner hiker that comes with both, or you can just get like a synthetic liner, or you can get a merino liner depending on your preferences. And they come in a bunch of crazy colours, which is awesome. So that's Injinji. Moving on to Bridgedale. So Bridgedale is kind of like the, I don't know if I'd say old school, but the UK like classic, burly, bomb-proof kind of really thick socks. They come in a midweight and a heavyweight. So they're quite a bit thicker. They're really, really tough, and they'll be really nice in your like more heavy-duty boots, or if you just prefer having a thicker sock. Yeah, they're quite comfortable. I really like them. They come in a fusion tech, so they're really, it's like a, what do you call it? It's like a blend of materials, and that makes it really, really tough. So they also have their liner options. So you get these liner packs here, which is like a 2-pack of liners in a men's and women's. Again, it's a volume thing for the men's and the women's. And that's a liner without the toes if you're not into the whole toe thing. So you could get like a liner with a a Smartwool or a Bridgedale or a toe sock and a Bridgedale or that sort of thing. So you can kind of mix and match how you like. And then the unique thing about Bridgedale is they also do a waterproof sock called the Storm sock. So that comes in 3 weights. You got the lightweight, midweight, and the heavyweight, and each one has a bit more like merino and insulation and that sort of thing in it. So it depends on how much warmth you want. And again, it's what you can fit into your boot. You know, if you don't have that much space in your boot, you might not be able to fit the heavyweight one in. But I actually use the Storm sock in my mountaineering boots because my mountaineering boots aren't really waterproof anymore, so they're quite nice to do that. And I actually pair that up with an Injinji toe sock liner because I really like the feel of the two together. That's my personal preferences anyway. Yeah, well that's pretty much a good overview of the hiking socks there. Feel free to come into store if you want to chat any more details about what kind of socks would work for you, and we'll see you next time. See ya.